This morning, we have breaking news from the White House. Startling new reports have come in from United States surveillance overnight. It appears that after 31 years, Russia is once again combining forces with the communist-controlled country of Cuba. Reports have come in that long-range nuclear missiles have been set up on the coast of Cuba. It is currently believed that these missiles have their sights set on multiple major cities on the United States mainland. Potential targets at this time are unknown, but all Americans should remain on high alert. Top defense officials are currently discussing a plan of action and ask the American people to remain calm and civil. Of course, we will update you all on this situation once new information becomes available. Please stay tuned to local news media coverage in the area, and remain on the lookout for any messages from the United States government.
So men, what is the current situation?
Observation has shown that the coastline of Cuba is being lined with long-range missiles at this time.
Do we have any information on potential targets or the range of the missiles? And are they armed with nuclear warheads?
No specific targets are known right now, but it's assumed that major cities are the most likely of targets. In terms of range though, they can likely impact most of the continental United States. It's also unknown if these missiles are armed with nuclear warheads, but it's assumed they are.
Great. So what should we do now?
While we plan out our next course of action, we should definitely try and get into contact with Russian leaders to try to defuse the situation, you know?
Get that sorted.
It is probably in your best interest to give a speech to the general public. They're getting pretty riled up over there.
I'm not worrying about that right now. Get me in contact with Mikhail Gorbachev.
Will do.
My fellow Americans, this is a time of great strife for the American people. Overnight, intelligence agencies reported to us that multiple long-range missiles with the capacity to carry nuclear warheads responded along the coast of Cuba. It is believed that these missiles are aimed at major locations in the United States. Government officials are currently working to defuse the situation with a Russian adversary. I know this is a frightening time for all of us as Americans, but we will prevail stronger than ever through this crisis. All I ask this time is please remain calm, be on alert for new information, and please take care of one another in this trying time. Thank you for your time, and please remain safe.
message is being broadcasted at the request of Alaskan state authorities. A civil danger warning has been issued for the state of Alaska until further notice. At around 4:30 a.m. local time, state authorities reported many unknown naval vessels docking along many coastal areas in Alaska. Some of these areas include, but are not limited to, Point Lay, Point Hope, Wales, Hooper Bay, and King Cove. It is believed that these naval vessels are operated by the Russian military. Please remain indoors at this time, and do not answer the door for anyone. If you spot any suspicious activity outside, please report it to your local law enforcement agency immediately. Please stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
This message is being broadcasted at the request of the United States government and Hawaiian state authorities. An attack warning has been issued for the state of Hawaii. This message is active for all major islands within the state of Hawaii. At 8:45 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, military radar detected the launch of 4 ballistic nuclear missiles on a direct collision course with Hawaii. These missiles are expected to impact the Hawaiian Islands within the next 30 minutes. At this time, remain indoors and find shelter in the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Remain away from windows, and do not look at the blast when the missiles make impact. Doing so could cause permanent blindness. Lay flat on the floor, cover your head, with your feet pointed towards the blast. This will help ensure minimal damage happens to your internal organs. After a nuclear blast, fallout will occur. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear explosions that can lead to radiation-related illnesses. Do not go outside for at least 14 days, or until an all-clear message is given. Due to Hawaii's positioning relative to the United States mainland, it may take a long time for aid to arrive to the people of Hawaii. Please stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
This is a national emergency. All scheduled programming has been suspended in order to air this important message from the President of the United States. Please stand by for this message regarding a threat to national security. Please stand by.
My fellow Americans, I am truly horrified by the events that have unfolded over these last 6 days. On January 15th, Soviet forces invaded the great state of Alaska, and over the past 6 days have taken out most of law enforcement and military presence in the area. Communications to Alaska have been compromised. We have no way to ensure the safety of the residents in Alaska. The same can be said for Hawaii. arguably on a more dire scale. The lives of around 1.1 million people are currently in jeopardy. On top of these two disastrous events, it is currently believed that Russia is planning to siege the American coastlines. States along the West, Gulf, and East Coast should remain on high alert for a land invasion. Residents in these states should evacuate inwards as soon as possible. Any able-bodied man over the age of 18 is obligated to enlist in the military immediately for training and deployment. For the first time since the Civil War, a battle for our country is about to be fought on our home soil. This will likely be a battle unlike any the world has seen before. It will be a long, tedious struggle, but in the end we will prevail as always. Have faith in America, have faith in your neighbors, and have faith in God. Stay safe, everyone, and remain strong in these trying times.
Tonight's big story involves the United States' declaration of war against the Soviet Union. Many Americans have begged the question as to why the United States has not taken a stronger stance against our opponent. Here with us today is Mason Harris, a specialist in nuclear technology. Mason, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good, all things considered, considering the constant threat of nuclear annihilation and all.
Sure, that's heavy on everyone's mind tonight. So, Mason, can you paint a picture of the situation for us?
Sure thing. At this point in time, America is in a very tight position. From what we know now at the moment, on the evening of January 11th, it was discovered that the Soviet Union had once again allied with Cuba in order to line their coast with nuclear missiles. At the moment, these missiles are still aimed at the United States, with potential targets being unknown. Next, on January 15th, Soviet forces invaded the state of Alaska and are currently occupying the territory. A breaking point was reached on January 18th when 4 nuclear missiles impacted the state of Hawaii. Exact casualties are unknown, but currently things are looking bleak.
That sure is a lot to take in. What do you think the United States' response will be to all of these events, and what will they do moving forward?
Well, for one thing, they surely will not back down. While I do not see America launching retaliatory strikes at the moment, it is still a possibility in the future, though I do not see that happening soon.
I see. Why do you think the United States will not strike back immediately?
It's a commonly used phrase in the world of political strategy, and it is known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD for short. The MAD doctrine states that two superpowers going to full-scale nuclear war would not only destroy the two opposing sides, but would likely affect the world as a whole on an unbelievable scale. The United States escalating the situation further would only cause more trouble for everyone else.
This truly is a difficult position to be in, but I'm sure we will come out in one piece. Thank you for your time, Mason. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you too, sir. Stay safe out there.
My name is Henry Quinn, and I am a soon-to-be soldier for the United States military. I am 20 years old, and I am from the town of Fremont, Nebraska. I'll be keeping track of my progress and experiences in this journal. Hopefully one day, once this is all over, someone can look back on this and uncover a piece of history. Later today, I will be going to a local military base in Omaha in order to prepare for the upcoming war on our soil. I do have some previous experience, but they want to make sure we are in our best shape possible before we head out into battle. I will be staying there for about a week. I will be evaluated and then likely sent off to wherever they need me to be. I will keep updates in this journal as time goes on.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Department of Defense. A shelter-in-place order has been issued for the states of Oregon and Washington until further notice. At 7:45 a.m. local time, it was observed that a myriad of Soviet naval vessels and aircraft were approaching the northwest coast of the United States. All citizens not involved in the military are being asked to shelter in place until an all-clear message is given. If possible, maintain a loaded firearm with you at all times, and do not answer the door for anyone. Remain away from your windows, and do not try to observe any action outside. Doing so could potentially get you shot and killed. Do not go outside until an all-clear message is given. Stay tuned to local news media for future updates on this developing situation.
This evening, I arrived at a military base in Sacramento, California. I'll be staying here for the night before going to be stationed in Santa Rosa. Me and my squadron will be heading out first thing in the morning. The conditions here are relatively nice, a lot nicer than I expected, honestly. While it is still the military and everyone stays pretty close together, everyone here seems to be kind. Most of the soldiers here are relatively young, ranging from the ages of about 18 to 25. Most of them seem pretty fired up to be fighting for their country, and just seem happy to be getting a taste of the action. I personally agree with that sentiment. I can't wait to get into the action.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the California Department of Emergency Management and is being relayed through the National Weather Service. A wildfire warning has been issued for the state of California until further notice. Throughout the morning today, numerous uncontrolled wildfires have cropped up around the state of California. Some major fire zones include, but are not limited to, the cities of Santa Rosa, Modesto, Fresno, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, and San Diego. These fires are believed to have started due to ongoing fighting between American and Soviet forces. Soviet forces seem to be intentionally causing large fires in the area, as a tactic to drive out the local military and civilian population. Anyone within 5 miles of the previously listed locations are advised to evacuate immediately. If you spot a new wildfire, call your local law enforcement agency immediately to report the situation. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
The United States Army has suffered a major loss over the past 2 days. A large majority of land within the state of California has been torched. We were attacked sometime during the night of February 3rd. We fought valiantly to hold out, but the tactics that the Soviets are using are truly heinous. It seems that the Soviets have been incorporating scorch tactics into their plan of attack, meaning they're trying to burn down as much as possible, including buildings, crops, methods of transportation, and generally anything they can get their hands on. There have also been rumors that the Soviets have recruited the Chinese military in order to boost their manpower. If that is the case, that could spell major trouble for the United States. Currently, we're being pushed out of Santa Rosa and are expected to be stationed somewhere near Salt Lake City, Utah.
This message is transmitted at the request of civil authorities within the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. A contaminated water warning has been issued for numerous parishes within the state of Louisiana. At around 2:30 a.m. this morning, an oil tanker exploded off the coast of Port Sulphur. There have been reports that oil has begun to leak into the Mississippi River. This will likely lead to unsafe water usage for many areas along the river. Some parishes affected include, but are not limited to, Plaquemines, Jefferson, St. Bernard, Orleans, and St. Charles. Due to the flow of the Mississippi River, it is unlikely that the oil will spread much further north. If you are within one of the previously named counties, it is advised you do not use tap water for any reason. Use pre-packaged water for drinking and bathing. An estimated cleanup time for this incident is currently unknown. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. At 6:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, numerous military radars have detected unidentifiable missiles launched from the coast of Cuba and are currently on a direct collision course with the eastern United States. It is unknown if these missiles are capable of carrying a nuclear payload. Exact targets cannot be determined at the moment. If you reside within the east coast of the United States, seek shelter immediately. Take shelter on the lowest floor of your building, away from windows. Remember the 3 steps to survive in a nuclear explosion. Lay face down on the floor, with your feet pointing towards the blast. Open your mouth to allow pressure to escape your body. Do not look directly at the blast, as it can cause permanent damage to your vision. Assume blast position now. Cover your head with your arms, or any kind of cushioning you have available to you. After the blast, the not go outside. Nuclear explosions produce fallout, which are radioactive particles. This can lead to acute radiation poisoning and radiation sickness. Remain in your shelters until an all clear is given. Assume blast position now. Time is running out.
Things are not looking great right now for the United States. A majority of the western United States has fallen. The entire northeastern United States has been bombed into oblivion. The southern United States is currently under siege from Soviet forces. I have no clue how much longer we can hold on for, but we're gonna fight until the very end, no matter what.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the El Paso County Police Department. A local area emergency has been issued for El Paso County, Colorado, until further notice. Over the past few hours, numerous small riots have started in the county, mainly within Grand Junction, Colorado. It is believed that these riots are in protest of the ongoing war between the Soviet Union and the United States. It is suspected that these rioters are loyalists to the Soviet Union. Law enforcement is currently working to apprehend these individuals and bring them in for further questioning. The use of deadly force has been authorized to protect the lives of you and your loved ones. It is advised that you carry a loaded firearm on you at all times until the situation is resolved. All residents in the affected area are being asked to remain indoors unless there is a serious emergency. While there is no immediate threat to your life, you should remain on high alert for rapidly changing conditions. If you have any information on these rioters, please contact the El Paso County Police Department. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Madison County Police Department. A law enforcement warning has been issued for Madison County until further notice. There have been numerous reports of bombings across the southeastern United States over the past 3 days. Reports claim that a large bomb could be within the city limits of Huntsville. All citizens are being asked to be on the lookout for suspicious activities around the city. If you have any information that could lead to the safe recovery of a potential bomb, please contact your local law enforcement office immediately. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
Damn it all, man. This is starting to feel like a losing battle. Ever since the Soviets teamed up with the Chinese military, keeping up with their sheer numbers has been nearly impossible. And I feel like the general public is starting to turn against our government. Whether that is due to them believing in Soviet propaganda or just wanting an end to the war, I can't know for sure. I was in Grand Junction when the town began to turn against us, and it was truly a disheartening experience. I don't want to discuss it here, but I had to do some things that I'm not proud of. I cannot keep doing this. Call it a disgrace to my country, but I'm going back home now. I'm going back to Fremont to be with my family. I'll see you there.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Dodge County Police Department. A 911 telephone outage emergency has been issued for Dodge County, Nebraska. The outage is affecting the areas of, but is not limited to, Fremont, Inglewood, North Bend, Snyder, Scribner, and Hooper. The outage is most likely due to Soviet sabotage tactics within the area. You will not be able to contact law enforcement during the duration of this outage. If you have a firearm in your possession, it is advised that you have it loaded and on your person at all times. An estimated repair time for this outage is currently unknown. Please stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
It feels as if all hope has been lost. The Soviets now have control over a vast majority of the continental United States. We fought valiantly for our nation and for our people. As of now, I intend on spending time with my family and enjoying what will likely be my final days on Earth. I can hear the screams of the people the next town over. There's a storm coming, and I will fight my hardest to weather it. If there's a lesson to be learned from all this madness, it's that playing fair doesn't always mean that you'll win.
Please stand by. A message from the President of the United States, or his designated representative, will be relayed on all stations shortly. Please stand by.
My fellow Americans, this is a dark day for democracy. As you know, America does not bend its knee to anyone. We all fought our hardest over the past 2.5 months, but unfortunately, it was not enough. I would personally like to thank every single American for their hard work and dedication to our nation. But as of right now, this is the end. Almost every major city has fallen to Soviet control, and there seems to be no route for recovery. This is the day democracy dies. I wish you all the best, and I hope you can persevere through these trying times.
This is a national alert. Please stand by for a message from the President of the United States, or his designated representative. An important message regarding a national emergency will follow the alert tone. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the former United States government. The following message will contain instructions on how to conduct yourself under the new Soviet rule. Please listen carefully, as disregarding this information is considered treason and could cost you your life. At this time, if you're holding out against Soviet forces, leave your place of refuge immediately. Surrender all firearms and other weaponry, and come out with your hands up. If you fail to comply, Soviet forces have the authorization to shoot on sight. If you have children with you, send them out of your shelter empty-handed, and they will be taken care of appropriately. Do not tell children of this event. They do not need to know what has occurred today. If you comply with Soviet rule, you'll be allowed to live. If you choose to object, you will pay with your life. You will not be told this again. It is up to you which path you take. Long live the Soviet Union. As one last courtesy to the former United States, we will play your national anthem one last time. This will be the last remnant of American history. Enjoy it out last.